Hi, this is Mario Andretti, and this is Speed City.
Welcome back to the fastest hour in radio, Speed City.
Perez, really, Perez realistically couldn't offer up anything in terms of defense.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, are you still on?
I certainly am, and I've actually just got a man we were talking about a little bit ago, Fred Vasseur, who's always great with his time with us. Thank you, Fred. Looked like a tough weekend. Solid results still, with points with both cars, but looked like the pace to go with Mercedes and Aston was lacking in the race. Is that how you saw it?
Not really. I think that we were able to match with them, but not consistent enough over the race. And we had a good first part of the race with Carlos. He was matching Fernando on the first stint, and with Charles on the last part of the race. But even during the same stint, that we were a bit too inconsistent. But we have also to consider both sides of the situation, the positive and the negative. Positive, it looks that we are able to have a good pace when we are putting everything together. The downside is that we are too much inconsistent.
Does it make it your job then is to work out how to get the most out of this car? It's not necessarily about improving it or developing it.
Yeah, for sure, we'll bring updates. We have always room for improvement on the update, and we'll bring update in Imola. But I think when you have a look on the race today, it's much more about to be able to extract the potential of the car. We are able to do it on some occasions, as the one lap or even the race. That if you have a look on the trace of the race, that we are not nowhere on some laps, and some laps are much more difficult. This is the first target, is to understand why we are so inconsistent.
And obviously Charles had that mistake in qualifying yesterday that meant he started out of position compared to where he could have been. Is it fine margins as well with yourselves and Aston and Mercedes?
What is true is that when you are in our situation, that I don't want to speak about Verstappen because he was probably on another planet today, but when you are into the group, sometimes for a couple of tenths or for a mistake, if you are out of position, it's very difficult to come back, and you can change the weekend completely and flip the situation for almost nothing, or that details that you can see that some cars are moving out of Q1 to be on the Q3 the week after, and by the way, it's also difficult when you are fighting in this group. That's for us, we have to be much more consistent. I think it's the first target.
Well, that's something you're learning, though, isn't it? We were talking about it on the show earlier. This is your first season in this job. You can't change things overnight. Are you still in that learning phase, trying to pick up what needs improving, what needs changing, I guess?
Yeah, but I think it's true for every single team in F1, but it's a continuous improvement system, and I think it doesn't matter if you are into the team for 6 months, 1 year, or 2 weeks. You have to keep this mindset, and for sure it's perhaps a bit more difficult for me today, but I don't want to take it as an excuse or the main topic that we have to be focused on how we can improve the situation, and I don't care about the rest.
Well, the motivation couldn't be higher, though, with the next race, could it? Off to Imola.
Yeah, for sure, but we don't need to be in Imola to be motivated.
Well, good luck for getting things turned around for the triple header. Thank you, Fred.
Nice job, Chris. All right, let's go to a break. And when we come back, Jonathan, you've got a little tweet that you want to read, because I spotted you reading that, and I thought it was fascinating. All right, you're listening to Speed City. We're live in Miami. We'll be back after a quick break.